Okay, I've already squared this fabric up, and I wanted to show you these are the two colors, and I'm putting the pretty sides together. I've squared this side, and I'm going to measure 2.5 inches, a 2.5 inch square. And since I'll need more than one, I'm going to cut a few. So I'll be right back. Okay, this is my 2.5 inch strip, and I'm just going to cut it into 2.5 inch squares. So give me just a second. Okay, one thing I want you to remember is if you put the fabric at the top side of the mark, remember, let me see, focus a little better. Top side of the mark, you'll give yourself just a hair more to sew. So top side of this mark, top side of this mark. And that way when you're sewing, you'll have just a smidge of boo-boo room. Okay, so this is my squares that I cut into 2.5 inch strips, pretty sides together, and I'm now going to mark them, and I'll show you how. Okay, what I do is I line my quilting ruler up from corner to corner and just take a pin and mark down the middle with a solid line. And that's the line I'll cut. Okay, there's my solid line, and I'm just going to take my ruler and put a 1/4 inch on the solid line. Now I'm going to make a dashed line on this side so I'll know that's where I'm going to sew. Okay. That's blurry. There. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Line that up on the solid line here and mark a dashed line on the edge so I'll know that's where I sew on that end. So this is what my finished square looks like after I've marked it and cut it. I'm going to get the machine out and sew on this side of the dotted line and on this side of the dotted line. After I'm done sewing both sides, then I cut through the middle. Okay, just a second. I'm going to sew both sides. Okay, both sides are sewn, and now I'm going to cut through the middle. Okay, what I'm going to do is line my ruler back up on that middle line and just cut it. So now I have this. And what I'm going to do is take it to the iron and put my iron on the bottom and then just slowly peel it open. And do both of them like that. So that's what I have when I'm done. So these are the 2 half square triangles that I just made, and now I want to square them up. Since I cut them at 2.5, they should now be 2 inches, and they're a little bigger, so I need to cut a little bit off each side. Okay, I was wrong. They're supposed to be 2 1/4 because sewn into the pattern they should be 2 inches. So that'll give you a 1/4 inch seam on each side. So square your squares up to 2 1/4, and then they'll be ready to put into your pattern. That's a half square triangle.